Testing. Testing. I think my mic's working. Holy moly, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute, and I'm not even on my own channel. It feels weird. Feels weird seeing the little DHH logo at the bottom. But we're cooking. We're cooking. Today, I've said to Luke previously in other mornings where I've been like, you know what? Sunday mornings, I don't really do anything apart from sit and drink coffee. So I'll do maybe an hour and a half of shiny hunting. I'd rather do it. Not I would rather do it. I usually do it on the sofa. But given the content creation is well underway, we need to start doing some stuff. So here we are. We are cooking on 4-way POLIWHIRL hunt. And the counter says 0, but I've been doing this for weeks. I've been doing this. I've been doing this for so long. I've turned game audio off because it's better just to chill with music in the back, I guess. It gets really annoying hearing 4 events go off at once. And does the counter work? Hey, there we go, 4. It's like I've actually done this before. Oh. So the idea behind this would be just if we did ever get a viewing or a following, that you could have a chat here. It's a live interactive stream, as we would say, but also you could give us some ideas for the podcast if you wanted to talk about some things. Also, if the podcast isn't your type of thing and you like Pokemon content, I used to do this all the time on my channel. I used to do like 3 or 4 times a week. And now I do none. And I just need to get into the habit of multi-hunting. It's quite jarring when you first start doing this. So we are hunting at full odds. Hey, Luke. What's popping? I don't expect anyone to turn up, given it's a first live stream on a channel that's never streamed before. But I think I made a pretty nice thumbnail of just using TCG card artwork. So yeah, we'll just chill. If anyone turns up, feel free to chat. If you just want to lurk, you can lurk. I've just realised that this is the keybind that I have selected for my counter is actually zooming in on my browser. Whoops. I'll have to find a different increment counter keystroke. I probably could do like Control 0. Control 0 won't do anything, right? I can't be bothered changing it at the moment. I'll just leave it unticked. Oh. Oh, my counter's not centered either. I'm losing my mind. It's hard to center this counter because when you get into like triple figures, double POLIWHIRL, it's definitely different, right? Sometimes I have to triple check that the screens are all different. Oh, hey, Twisting Fate, however. Oh, shoot, I'd never see your live. Ugh. I mean, we've been planning this for a while. And we just needed to get on with it. Me and Luke said way too many times in the Discord calls after the podcast, like, this is what we want to do. Oh, see, look, I've lost the bottom screen. Right, we could get this back. We can get this back. There we go. Back into the routine. And then they pop up, and then we run away altogether. Nice. I don't understand how well, I do understand, like, most people have turbo controllers that do macros. I am just using a bog standard Switch 1 control. So I've been hunting Mr. Shiny Poliwhirl or Poliwag for... oh, God knows how long. I want to say it's like 3 or 4 weeks now. But I've been doing single system hunting, which takes a hell of a long time. To reach odds for this, doing it this method, if I was to be so efficient with it, it would probably take me about 7 hours. Maybe I shouldn't have done the counter, but the counter's kind of fun. So that counter's probably sitting at way over odds, if I'm being honest. Oh. And it's also a really nice time to stream. It means I can get on with my day afterwards. Usually I do it at night, and then I'll be coming into bed at like stupid o'clock at night. But I'm a morning person now. I'm becoming an adult. Yes, we must reiterate that point, Twist. Thank you so much for the support and watching every single episode. We see your comments every single week. Each and every week. I can smell the coffee that Rachel's making. Oh, this coffee's gonna slap. So the idea is I'll probably stream till about maybe, well, it's 10:30 here for me. So maybe about another 45 minutes to an hour. See what we cook up. Because I realise that this can get boring for some people. But for me, it's fine. And I just want to test that my live streaming settings do work and look okay. And it looks like the stream is beautiful. And it's nice to it's nice to see people watching on YouTube as well, because I consume all my podcasts on YouTube. YouTube is my main driving source. I pay for YouTube Premium because I don't pay for any other TV licenses or whatever. And me and Lukey Boy, yeah, we get along pretty well. We get along pretty well. in the new video we've got coming up, it might not seem like it, but we do. We like each other. And we're trying some new things. Hopefully this channel will become what it was supposed to become about a year ago this year. That would be nice. I'd love to see that. But that means I've got to put some effort in. And if anyone's worked with me before, I'm the king at not finishing anything that I promised to do. I'm highly impatient. Absolute bangers. Gotta love the lo-fi Pokemon remixes, man. There's something about them. And this whole, like, legend... well, this song particularly, because this is how I announced the CCDC, which was the Critical Continental... can't remember what the D stands for. I can't remember. I've got the trophy up at the back. What did it stand for? I think it's cool you guys met online and then you guys come across as great friends. Yeah, I must say, like, I've not really had many internet friends that I've stayed in contact with, and most of my, like, friend group that I played online with were all friends that I had at home. So then when Luke cropped up and Seb cropped up and Nick, that was like the first time I've ever had internet friends, which is a bit daunting, to be honest. Just like coming out of nowhere, sitting there, chilling in a Discord call. Like, I've never met this guy before. And then my mum, being my mum, very, very aware. When I went over to America, she was like, "Oh, who you meeting?" I was like, "Oh, Luke." She was like, "That guy off the internet." I was like, "Yeah, but now I'm 20 odd. I can deal with it, mum." It's not... She just cares, you know. Oh dear. Cocked it up again, boys. Right, we're away. Scream if you see the shiny, because this one is really not obvious, especially when you're hunting in daytime. Your mum was the same way. Yeah, it's like, I mean, come on, it's fine. Look, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. So the reason I'm hunting this shiny is because I want to use it for my actual Heart Gold playthrough. So what you're seeing now is, unfortunately, I do not have 4 DSs and the ability to, and the controller mod, whatever you need to run 4 at once. So this is a duplication of a Soul Silver run that I had for the long time with the exact trainer in SID as my Heart Gold Soul Silver. So, of my Heart Gold run. So when I need to press that twice because I forgot to press it. So when we see the shiny, this will effectively be the exact right shiny that would have been in my Heart Gold playthrough. What's my favorite episode of the podcast so far? I must admit, like the past like 5 that we've done, barring like the tech issues, have been some of the best content I think we've ever made. But if I had to go with like one of the favorite, it had to be the pack opening one when Luke pulled the SIR Raging Bolt. It was around Christmas time. We were just chilling. We was like, "Oh, can we get hold of some packs?" And I was like, "I can't get hold of packs here for the love of God." But then my mum came in clutch and sent me some for Christmas in a Christmas package that I'd had for a while, just sat in the wardrobe. So seeing Luke actually get a pull out of that was crazy good. I don't think I got anything good in that episode, but that was definitely one of my favorites. I love ripping packs, but it's never going to be the case anymore, unfortunately. It costs too much money. And my hope for this is that we can get it fairly consistent to a point where you guys actually like tune in and we get a decent podcast audience, and I can get some really good questions of the week, which you will see in the upcoming podcast. Little spoilers. That will now take submissions. Not like we already haven't. I'd have to say one of my favorite was the hot takes episodes. Yeah, I mean, they were good. They were good, but Luke and I have a very attuned way of rage baiting each other that that seems to work very well for a hot takes format. I do hate the fact that how this camera looks amazing the moment I shrink it down less than 1080p, but because we film the podcast in 1080p, the video looks absolutely garbage. It looks horrendous. I did try buying another webcam, but it came with a dead pixel, which was really unfortunate. It did look pretty good. It was one of those, it was the newest Elgato 4K 60 webcam. I was like, ooh, this is kind of fancy. But I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it because I got the money back and then my headset died. And the Reggie Ball pool, it was hype. It was hype. And we're going to try and get it back on the short form content as well, which should help the viewer base find us massively. We've spent more time honing the craft of the podcast before we send it into full content mode. Because we have done multiple things behind the scenes to improve quality. I mean, Luke talked on a podcast before that he tried to buy the same mic setup that I have, and then that went pear-shaped. So we've been trying our hardest, and things have been put in the way. The universe has put something in our way, but I'm going for it now. Like, I'm sick and tired of my job. I want to be a full-time content creator. I like both the ROM hack ones because I learned about some cool ROMs. We might need to do like a revisit, but I don't feel happy revisiting when I haven't played those ROMs, which would lead on to another set of content, which is me playing through a ROM in hopes of... Thank you, miss. Thank you. Which would... Coffee time, cheers. Which would lead me into playing through ROMs. Maybe in this slot. Because I can't promise anything on a weekday. I honestly can't. We're hitting the POLIWHIRL quite a lot, considering it's a rare encounter. Is that a good sign? This could be a good sign. I swear to God, if I hit this in like the 120 encounters on this split screen, I'll love it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, that ROM hack one, we've never been able to replicate that, and words can't describe how excited me and Luke were when we saw that podcast blow up. Coming from we literally had, let's do one at the top. I think we had like maybe 15 subscribers, and for that podcast to smash like over the 1,000 views was insane, absolutely insane. Life has been lifted since the podcast started. It's like a natural healing process. Listen, that coffee is good, man. Jeez. Warming my cockles. Also, we've got some meme sounds. If I could blow your eyes out, like if we hit the shiny lights, imagine this POLIWAG here is shiny. I'll be like. I believe so. I believe Too Fit, but we haven't done. We've both done content creation before. We know how the system works and how you need to market yourself to get bigger, and we just haven't been doing that. We're a bit I don't know what to say, really. It's pure laziness, that's what it is. Like, there is no reason why I couldn't have been doing this for literally the whole year. We could have been on like episode, whatever week it is. I don't know how many weeks we're into this year. What am I doing? My brain literally short-circuited then. I disconnected from reality. But yeah, I'm more than happy to stream on this channel. I love streaming. And I think a fresh start is what I needed. Because I love my channel, but it's scary, man. Like there's a built-up audience there that if I don't see, like I'm disappointed, like of what my stream could have been. But streaming here is lovely jubbly. And then also I think, well, I'll have to redo the whole stream layouts. I'll have to create like a whole new profile on my OBS. But we should also be streaming on Twitch. So I can multi-stream from Twitch and YouTube. And hopefully Luke could get to some form of live content in the near future. I've got ideas that what I should have done on the Jeki Lecky channel, which I'm more than happy to bring over here. One being Elden Ring. Two is there was another game. There was another game I was thinking of playing. Luke wanted me to play Expedition 33, which I'm more than happy to play over here. But what I think the key is I'm slowly building up a schedule again. Like I've said in the podcast, I'm pretty consistent with exercising now. And now I feel like I'm just adding one bit at a time, because what I've done in the past is I've just added everything. And I've gone, right, this is a stream schedule, this is what I'm going to stick to, and then 2 weeks later it's gone. Like, I'm not even close to sticking to it. And it'd be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then that wouldn't work. So we're sticking with Sunday mornings for now. We'll do a bit of shiny hunting. Shiny hunting Sundays is here to stay. We might not do some full odds next. This one's been a fairly long one. I think the next full odds one that I want to do is Ho-Oh. I'd love to do Ho-Oh. And I might throw in a couple of Lugias. We'll do it in this exact same format, but it'll be a soft reset. And I'll have to work out... Oh, I'm using berry juices. Hang on. We're running away. What was I saying? Yeah, Ho-Oh. And I'll figure out how to do soft resets on emulator. It might just be I keybind it to the space bar or something. Because I don't think I can... I could maybe keybind it to one of the triggers at the back. I think it'd be cool if you all streamed a game you both suggest to each other. Like, you play Persona and Luke plays The Last of Us. Sing it louder from the stands, Pete. Sing it louder from the stands. I don't think Luke will ever play The Last of Us. Ever. I'd be happy to give Persona a go. What I would prefer is not a linear story game, but something that is completable within like 60 to 100 hours. That being said, like Elden Ring is completely skill dependent. Like I might be garbage at it and it might take me 300 hours, but the fun is watching me stress. I never finished Wukong, actually, as well. I had bought that game, so I need to finish Wukong, and I might bring it over here. We could have, like, Rage Bait Wednesdays or something, where I do, like, a pre-recorded stream. So I have all these ideas in my brain. You know what? I'll play Last of Us, but Jake has to play it too. Like, I have no... I agree that with Luke that it was completely overmarketed and it's really annoying seeing it consistently in our face. But I have, like, no affinity to it, you know? And the problem is now PlayStation Plus is going up through the roof, which is, like, not good. Because everyone else does say, well, Xbox seems to be fine, but PlayStation just seem to have taken a stance that they're the one true overlord. But if that's what the people want to see, then so be it. We'll bring the games to the Hangout. You will see Assassin's Creed content. You will, but it won't be Assassin's Creed 3. It'll be Black Flag, because I think both me and Luke will be playing Black Flag when they remix it, revamp it, whatever they've called it. Remaster. Yes. Fuck Assassin's Creed 3. Oh, man. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'd love to... You know what? Like, I'd love to finish a Fallout game. I really would. But can I just can't I can't commit that much time to playing a full-blown story game like that. I just can't. Saying that, I have loads of free time. It's just when I get in from work, I vegetate, man. I absolutely vegetate, and there's something about coming in the office after work that really stresses me out. I'm just a wimp. I'm a wimp, but I've sat in this chair for way too many hours. Now, what I will say is if I do go part-time at work and I don't get shafted with having to work on my days off, content would not explode, but I would hold myself liable to using that day as a work day. I would not just waste away, but I'd probably have to do some washing as well. It would become a watching. It'd be live stream from a phone. Jackie Lecky going like this. Yo, it's me from the wash up room, from the laundry room. But I do believe in this channel. I believe in it a lot. Can the artwork be better? Sure, it can. Because I do it all. If we paid for a graphic artist that actually knew what they're doing, sure. What's your favourite thing about Luke? Like, has there been a reason why you're close friends despite the distance? I think it's just we're carbon copies of each other, in effect. Except for he's got really nice tan skin and is a surfer, and then I'm a really pale white skateboarder. No, we like, everything is aligned. We very rarely ever disagree on things. And if we do, it's like, it's not even serious. It's just like, oh, I don't think we should do that, or I don't think we should talk about this on the podcast or whatever, or like, that's cool. We've never ever really, oh shit, had an argument, because it's that way. The distance is quite annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Coming from like our friendship started when I was in the UK, it was much easier to contact Luke. Now we only have like a window. We've got 2 windows a day because we're exactly like 12 hours apart or 13 hours apart. So Luke has a window to contact me before work, before 10 a.m. my time, so 10 p.m. his time, and I wake up at around 7 o'clock. So there's a 3-hour window there, and then I have a 3-hour window for the exact same situation in the evening, where before Luke goes to work. And more enough, that's just annoying, because if we're trying to get things aligned or trying to get stuff in the podcast, or we're trying to discuss ideas, we have very limited time frame to do that. While in the UK, I could afford to stay up late, or like Luke could get up early, and we'd have a much bigger window where we've done recording sessions before. We've done live streams where we've gone for hours. We've done races. The one where we did like a lockout versus, it was me and Luke versus, oh no, was it me and Nick versus Luke and Seb? Really good idea. And but we just wouldn't be able to do that now. And then I host fast drafts every year for my birthday. It just means Luke has to get up at like 6 a.m. while I'm getting on the beers. And he's only just woke up. And I admit, like, that me on the beers is quite something to wake up to. Like, I wouldn't want to wake up to that. Can you imagine just your eyes opening and then instantly me's just screaming at everyone going, get all your stuff ready. I hope you prepped your emulators. But I will be running that again. I need to message people, actually, and get ETAs and schedules for the annual Jake fast draft. I will probably be doing it on Pokemon Champions as well, which means people can play on their telephones. You don't even need a Switch now. Despite me having one, and I've never really turned it on since I bought it. That Switch 2 is not getting its rightful use. I've completely messed this counter up, by the way. Don't like, this counter is just like an estimate. Just an estimate. Like, honestly, I have never had a better holiday experience than that America holiday. Like, Rach keeps telling me, like, we need to go back there. It was something else. If money wasn't an object, that holiday would have been unreal. I'd have stayed for like another 2-3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. It was just so... oops, I've missed the top one. It was so fast-paced, because 1, I couldn't get the time off work, and 2, I left everyone with very short notice, because the flights that I found to America were so cheap. They were so cheap. I can't run. Where am I? Oh, it's falling apart. Here we go. Now we just need to wait. Get that one in the fight position. Here we are. Nice. We're back on track. And hopefully this could come across in our content. And I would love... There's nothing I want more in the world to be able to record with Luke. Like, the podcast... I'll break the fourth wall a bit. The podcast takes around... I would say... 2 hours to record, which then gives us approximately 30 minutes to an hour to then discuss what we want to do next, things that we're going to pull out of the podcast. Is it going to be clips? Is it going to be thumbnails, titles? And then Luke goes to bed. And then I edit the podcast up, upload it. Luke checks it, puts it on audio platforms, and then it's scheduled for approximately, 10, 15 hours afterwards. So we record on the Friday night, Saturday morning, and it's to your face by Sunday. Like, the turnaround is insane, and that's probably why the production value of the podcast is a little lower, because I don't really have time to edit. Now, yes, we can counteract that by saying, why don't you get a couple of podcasts in advance, and then you've got a couple of weeks to edit a podcast. But the problem is, what if we're talking about current topics? We can't afford to be behind. Like, if Wind and Waves drops, we can't afford to be behind on that. That's bad business. Let me line up my counter again. It's stressing me out. So there's a whole obstacles to this whole dual hemisphere shenanigans, a little bit of a ruckus. I mean, my dream would be that the old gang come back. I would love the Hangout to be the core four. The four horsemen of the apocalypse. Me, Nick, Luke, and Seb. That would be a dream. No, we would get cancelled? Nah. Like, just think, because me and Seb, well, I was going to help Seb do his aviation podcast. Can you imagine bringing the aviation podcast under the DHH network? So we would have 2 podcasts. The amount of content that we could create would be massive. Because Nick just has to be there. Nick doesn't have to hit record. My man just needs to be in the call. He's another one that just knows how to rage bait. Like, especially me. He knows how to wind me up. He's an absolute monster. You joined Nick on the wrestling once? Are you a big wrestling fan, Fate? I must admit, Luke has not converted me, but he's got me to a point where I'll watch the big boys. I'll watch the big matches. Because in an unfiltered podcast would do numbers. I'd love to do that, but I would put it behind. I would only do that when we got members only. I would put it behind a paywall. People might be like, "Oh, Jake, don't do that. Like, we want to see." Nah, that would be premium comedy. And me and Rach were supposed to do a podcast at some point as well, but we didn't. I think that would be audio only, though. I've got a second microphone here, but I don't know if it's going to spin around. Don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh. Sweet. Look. Ta-da! I have 2 microphones. You okay, miss? Yes, please. Oh dear. 2 seconds, boys and girls. The work phone has just made a noise, so I need to go have a look. I haven't had a call, but I am technically on call, so just give me a second. Enjoy the music. We're safe. We're safe. Like, if we capture the magic from calls after draft, it would be worth all the money. Yeah, just as a memory capsule. Favorite topic I've discussed on the pod. That's a tough one. That's actually a tough one because we've talked about so much. Oops. What's going on here? I've lost control of this one. I would say the YouTube one where we did the small channels or whatever. Like I think it's called Struggles of a Small Channel or something. I can't remember. Oh, the education system. I mean, we're in real pressing topics at that point. I don't mind getting serious on the podcast, but oh, what a banger! Let me know if the music's too loud or if it's too quiet. Because it's It's booming in my ears. I need to get a new headset. That's what you know what? Today, I might actually buy a headset. I just don't want to spend... it's going to be hundreds of dollars and I don't want to. Because I want a good one. I need one that's going to... If I'm going to buy one, it's going to be like a proper studio one that's going to last. One, two. Got away safely. So we've got about another 20 minutes, so we might get up to, what, 300 encounters maybe if I start focusing up. Oh, what's the name of the artist? Oh, you know what? We never actually put that in the description. God, Luke, we should start crediting that. Holy moly. That's a good shout. I would be able to tell you, but I'm on a different PC. I have my editing PC. Luke will know off the top of his head. Because Luke, you actually spoke to the artist, so we've got rights to that music. Well, rights to use that music. That's it. Artist versus poet. It's his old stuff, though, right? Yeah, we should really be credited. That probably slipped. I'll probably have to go through all of the descriptions of the recent podcasts and put that in. I'm getting turbocharged on the coffee now. I'm trying to think of what I need to do today. That's mental. The intro music to our podcast are the same artist who does writing for Dua Lipa. That's insane. That's insane. Absolutely wild. I'll see if I can get Snip working again so you could see the music that's playing on stream. In case you're ever interested. Basically, this is just a mix of Glitch City. And all of her music is free to use on YouTube, which is amazing. Luke should open up FL Studio and make his own beat. For the podcast. And the funny thing is, if we find the shiny, I don't have a scene set up for zooming in on that screen. So if we find it, I'll have to do some live editing, which everyone loves. Need to get this. Oh, I'm attacking. We've been attacked. Yeah, there was one band that I reached out. I think it was called No Resolve. And they were like, yeah, sure, you could use it, but you have to do this, this, and this, this. And I was like, well, that's a bit weird. I still used the song anyway, and then I did all the attribution, and they copyright claimed it anyway. Oh. Yikes. Never mind. But what I have seen is a big spike of YouTubers, right? Just playing whatever music they want. And these are big YouTubers, so, like, do they not want to monetize the video? Because I'm pretty sure, like, does it not, like, demonetize the whole thing? Or do they just take a cut? Like, they just don't seem to care. What time are we at? 15 minutes to go. It'll push us over the hour mark, which I'm more than happy to. Oh, I'm crashing out. When will it be another time for the Spotify Wrapped? They'll come out around Christmas, right? My yearly listenings hasn't been that diverse this year, I must admit. It's not been fantastic. But we will always do one of those. Like, there's been some really good music this year. No matter what genre you're interested in. You know, what have I been listening to? Well, I mean, mine's all metalcore. Like, Periphery dropped an album. The Narrator, Wage War, Bill Murray. As Everything Unfolds. From Ashes to New, Don Broco. Like, there's some really good ones. Lost in Hollywood, Story of the Year, Error. There's been, I've been eating, like as the kids would say, I've been eating with some new music. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Subi Club. We need to hit up everyone and be like, yo, let me use your music. Let me do it. Or we just use it anyway. We're not monetized, so it doesn't matter. Just don't get the really bad copyright strike where you get taken down. Oh my god. I thought that one was going. Come on, show me a shiny. Great boops and beeps and boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats. We hit 300. Yay. Not even 10th of odds. Can we get to a 20th? What's a 20th? What's half of 800? 820. 410. Four rolls is better than one. I'm still like petrified. Like if you look at the shinies below me, like these are black and white shinies because they're animated, and I wanted to have animated sprites on there. But it's really not obvious for the Poliwag. The Poliwhirl is a bit more like lighter, you could tell. So I'm just having to keep my eye on the little waiting for the stars to sparkle. Because this Poliwag, especially on this daytime backdrop, is just... it's something else. It's one of the more difficult hunts that I've done. Like, the Poliwag is almost impossible to shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet without doing the trick where you throw your mon out and it knocks them all out, apart from the shiny. Yeah, because Poliwhirl, you see, he's got that shadow around his belly, which creates like a really nice distinction. Poliwag still has that, but like it's not entirely obvious. Scary times, man. I do hate to think that maybe I have skipped over it when I've been doing my single hunt because I've not been looking, or I've been really tired, like falling asleep in bed. Oi, oi, oi. We're pushing on, though. I might try to get to 400. I don't think... it will go a bit over time. Well, not like there is a time frame to... there is no time frame to stick to, but I'd like to have been done by about 11:30-ish. Because it took me a while to get live. I should have been live like 2 hours ago. I was aiming for 8 o'clock. I had a late one last night. And then I forgot to make a thumbnail. And then I also forgot how to actually stream. Like, I had to go get the stream key, log out of OBS because I'd logged into my own channel. There's a whole bunch of things, and we don't have any alerts at the moment, so if anyone subscribes, then there's going to be no alerts, and we don't have super chats anyway, so maybe I'll just wait until it's not if, it's when we get partnered. If you fix one thing to your least favorite Pokemon game to make it good, what would it be? So, my least favorite Pokemon game is probably X and Y. To fix it, the problem is, right, there's not much wrong with X and Y. I just don't like the region, and I don't like the style. And mainly the gym leaders, and basically everything about it. So I can't really say like one thing, so I can't just say, oh, well, I just change all the trainers and all the region. One of the big pet peeves of that is that the gap between Gym 1 and Gym 2 is absolutely massive. So that could be a start to fixing it. But it feels soulless to me. But that's because I never really played it. I'd much rather play Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So, bit of a cop-out answer, but I don't think there's any saving X and Y. Yes, that also, Luke. Like, the whole, like, friend group. It ruins the immersion. Like, I get that they don't want... They've kind of transitioned away from Pokemon being like a solo adventure, but that's what it was all... that's what it was all about. It was all about going on your own adventure solo and not having this... And then maybe having a rival that slowly follows behind you or in front of you, but none of this, like, massive friend group. And you build your own story within that. And I feel like the most recent games, they've tried to come away from that, and it's not really worked. With the whole rival is now your friend type shenanigan, which... not good. Yeah, not good. That being said, I'm looking forward to Winds and Waves. Winds and Waves. Because it's gonna be very story driven. I will be playing it at least once all the way through. I keep saying, like, every time a new Pokemon game comes out, oh, I'm gonna play it a lot. And then I never do. So, it is what it is. But I'm glad that they don't have to worry about the battling system now. ZA was also disappointed. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird one. I actually really enjoyed my playthrough of it. Never picked it up since. I think, again, being locked to Lumiose City just feels... Yes, it's the big map, but a lot of the buildings aren't interactable. You can't get in them. It doesn't really feel like a city, and I feel like it misses because there's no out... Like, the wild areas in the city are great, but it's not an outdoor space. They don't feel like the traditional routes. I mean, Legends Arceus just nailed it on the head, man. Wide open landscapes. Pokemon in the wild, not in the city. I kind of don't know where they were aiming for with Lumiose, really. It would have. I think it would have benefited from a wild area DLC, but they ain't got no time to make that now. They ain't got no time for that. See if I can get all my characters back in a normal position. Getting hard to try and manage. Yo, we might get to 400 in time. I'm nailing these encounters. I'm actually doing it. I'm actually being a real shiny hunter. It's amazing what happens when you pay attention. Oh. Come on. Been going for weeks, man. Help me out. Help a brother out. Getting to 1/20th of odds. Ugh. Way, yay, yay. Doo doo, doo doo, doo doo, doo doo, doo doo, boo boo, boo boo, boo boo doo. There's something about shiny honey, man. It's because it can always be the next one. I never know when to stop. Like, if you stop now, it could have just been the next one. Right, here's 400. God damn it. Right. 3 rounds of encounters. 3 more rounds of encounters. And then we'll put a wrap to the inaugural Shiny Hunting Sunday. And I'd love to be able to make some like content around these shinies, because I see it a lot on YouTube of where people like full on shining and they're talking about things, and this would be nice to try and maybe emulate that content. Not emulate, like be inspired by that content. But I don't do enough outside of what's going on. There we go, boys and girls. 412. See, look, just get 2 more. Just get 2 more. It's 11:30. Almost bang on the dot. Let's get above 420. 420 blaze it, you know. Whole number. Bum, bum, bum. Right, here we go. Last round. In the burning daytime. We've got a delayed encounter. Alright. That'll do it, folks. That'll do it. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the inaugural Shiny Hunting Sunday. I'll try and make this a semi-regular occurrence. I'll build it into my schedule. Make sure I get up on time. And it provides a bit more content for the channel. It's good. It's good. That'll, like, coffee was like black sludge at the bottom. I've just got like matted teeth full of coffee ground. But I've enjoyed it. It's been nice to come back to streaming. Thanks, it was a lot of fun. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hopefully, no, I'll tweak the streaming setup so I can. Now I'm pretty much there. It should just be click, stream, and go. There was a lot of setup this morning that I wasn't forecasting. But now I sort of know what I'm doing. We've got a semi-basic streaming setup. I'm not going to try and do anything special with it like I did with my main stream, where I've got loads of stuff on the screen. I might put the chat on screen if people want that. I'm pretty sure I know a website that can pull from that. I might just need to get the login from Luke. Or I just do a screen cap, like which is what most YouTubers do. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming out. It's been lovely to speak to some, especially you, Fate. We see you there in the comments every single video. I thought no one would turn up to our first live stream, but we've got a good base. We've got a good base, and I'm happy to continue if people want to watch. But without further ado, I'll say goodbye to your faces.